So there was a meeting on Wednesday, organized
Tuesday.
by the Tuesday, sorry, Tuesday, 7th of November, that was organized by the cultural dimension of the EULAC-Focus Project in Buenos Aires. Do you want to tell me a little bit in Spanish and in English about what the objectives of the project were and what you hoped to achieve in the project, what you think you have achieved in the project?
Well, we had the privilege to organize this meeting on Tuesday, November the 7th. It was a meeting which was prepared quite in advance, in a sense that it's part of an exercise, a Delphi exercise. This is a methodology that we use in qualitative research analysis. The idea of this methodology is that you send to a group of experts first questionnaire. You obtain the answers from them, and you write a report with the main findings. You send later a second questionnaire, but you send before the report of the first one. So that means that people can think again from the first questions, even though the topics and the scope and the goal, of course, of both surveys are not the same. The idea is just to add another view. And so we start this last May with the first questionnaire, and June, later in July, and after summer vacations in Europe, we just finished to collect the last answers from a very important group of people, because we obtained in the first questionnaire a high level of answers. So 160, which is really high. And in the second questionnaire, we received 73 answers from the people who accepted, which was not all these 160, was a less number of people who accepted to be part of the second questionnaire. So we use all this information coming from 44 different nationalities, from a huge set of target groups, that was part of the benefit of this exercise, to get to answers from very different perspectives in relation to what is the diagnosis and what could be the strategies for empowering cultural relations between the European Union and CELAC countries. Well, what is the role of this seminar in Buenos Aires in relation to that? Well, the idea is, in the Delphi methodology, there is always a final presential workshop where you can ask some questions. So all the people coming there, they read before the reports, knew about that, and we organize it in parallel sessions. So we had in the morning 3 parallel groups, in the afternoon again 3 parallel groups. That means that around 10 people in each one of these groups. That allows us to have very enriching ideas and comments and suggestions. The group of experts who attended was really high-level people, because we have 2 former deputy ministers of culture, the one from Brazil and the one from Argentina, which it's great, because these people had very important responsibilities. But as well, we had the director from the Americas of the British Council, the director of the Goethe Institute in Buenos Aires, from the Italian Institute of Culture. So people who are working in the field, who knows very well in the different countries what is the external action of their own, in a bilateral base, not in the regional base, but in any case, very important, because these people know very well the territory. We also had some experts coming from the universities, different universities, people coming from observatories, from the Chile Observatory of Culture, from Montevideo. So it was people mainly from the Mercosur area, so Brazil, Chile, Uruguay, and Argentina. So that gave us a lot of richness. So the idea is that with all this material, now we will write another report, again, reports and reports, and with this new report that will help us to write this new delivery for the project, which is this high impact actions document for enforcing and for enlarging cultural relations between the European Union and Latin America and the Caribbean.